Good evening and welcome to the live with Love to Travel with Wave. Hi, Afromex family. Greetings. How you doing? I just want to take some time off to kind of, thank you for all you do for your members. I appreciate it daily. Keeping us motivated, keeping us active, the whole thing, and just, making sure that, we're good and that you're also giving every little bit of support that you can for your members. And I love your channel, and I just wanted to say that. Hope you guys had a great day. Yes, welcome to Love to Travel with Wave. We're just gonna kind of chill a little bit until everyone comes in, and then we're gonna start the discussion. I'm waiting on Shawnee to also pop in as well. We're gonna have a great time. We'll probably spend an hour with you guys and just kind of talk about some stuff. I've got something to talk about. Yes, I got some stuff to talk about. In the meantime, we're just gonna play some music and just, kind of relax. I know everyone is trying to get home from work, or some people are already home. They're probably making dinner, getting the kids settled, and probably in the next hour or so, they're going to want to relax and stuff like that. So I kind of came on a little bit early tonight, but you know how it goes. I'm off tomorrow, and I'm going to be working on my channel a lot. So, tonight is the best time for me to come on and, just mingle with you guys. Yes, just come on in and just, refocus, refresh, and relax here on Love to Travel with Wave. If you're new to the channel, hey Rochelle, how are you doing, my love? How are you? How was your day? Uh-huh. Did you have to work today at all? Or you were just home today, kind of relaxing a bit as well? Yeah, today was pretty cool at work. Not much going on, but I kind of caught up with a lot of files and all of that, and just kind of, had a great lunch. Took some time off with you guys. Took a 15, you know how we do it, taking a break on Love to Travel with Wave. Always encouraging people to take a break. Stop working so hard. Stop working so hard. Chill. Take a break. Yes. Wave, I worked. It was a stressful payroll day. Wow. Yeah. Oh my God. I could imagine. You had to crank up all those numbers and you had to get all that stuff in, all those timesheets in. Wow. I could imagine the software was not working correctly. Okay, so you probably had to work with IT today then, if it wasn't working properly. Don't you hate that, when you are actually at work and you're trying to get your work done, and then, softwares make it so difficult for you because, computers, people don't realize that computers are like human beings. They break down sometimes. Yes. And you always have to have a backup plan. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Rochelle. I'm hoping that your evening is going to go well. Are you working tomorrow, Rochelle? Are you working? No, we called ADP their problem. Exactly. You always have that backup. Yes, ADP is your backup. At Home Depot, we usually have we have our own technicians. So you call the IT hotline, and then the guys actually from Atlanta, they go into the system and they're right there. You just give them the IP address and they're in there and they're fixing everything. Oh, so you go to work tomorrow? Wow, because I'm off. I was about to say, hey, why don't you just shoot on over and maybe me and you we can hook up a little bit. Just since you had such a hectic day, it would have been nice, if you would have um, probably drive down and we could have done something. Yeah. Hi, Prince Ayoko, everyone. Please say hi to Prince Ayoko from Ghana. Yes, up there in Tamale. He's here greeting us. please connect. If you don't have his channel, please connect to his channel. It's a very, very good channel. It teaches you about the culture, the real culture of Ghana. Yes. So hook hook up with Prince Ayoko. The problem started actually on Monday, Rochelle is saying, and the system was all waxed up. We could not see time cards. Wow. Yeah, thank you, Prince Ayoko. Please, guys, please share the video, comment, and make sure you give it a thumbs up. And please say hi to Prince Ayoko. If you don't have him, you might as well connect to him, grab him, okay? But payroll can't wait. So we had to finish today. Yes, everyone wants to get paid. On Friday, everyone wants to make sure that their money is in the bank because you got, the bills to pay, got the mortgage, everything going on. So, yeah. Yeah, Wave, everything you described sounded like 50% of my precious job description. I used to work in IT support. Yeah, I'm telling you. But the IT guys at my job, they're super cool, very professional. They know what they're doing. If it's something that they can't do at a certain level, usually they escalate it, and in a matter of a day or two, they it's taken care of. Yes, there are some problems that the system has to work itself to correct itself. So yeah, that can be something. Yeah. Prince Ayoko, Rochelle is Miss Rose's sister. Yes, I don't think you met Rochelle, but I'm sure she's aware of you. Yes, yeah, and they don't want to hear the software had a problem either. Of course not. They want their money. I worked my 80 hours. I want my money. That's how everybody feels. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, that's how people feel. On Friday, and I don't know about you guys, but most times that people, get paid on Friday, I don't know at your job, but everybody calls out once they get paid. The young people, especially, they call out payday. They call out. They call out. Yes. Uh huh. Yeah. So So Prince Ayoko says, when will this payday be for all this retired slave culture? Joseph Hill say so. So he's talking about a reggae song. Yes. Talking about repatriation. When are we really going to get paid, right? Absolutely. Globally, we need to get paid. Yeah. But, like I told people the other day with this whole repatriation thing, they are not going to give you paychecks or anything money individually. It's going to be like wallet. They're going to give it to an organization, a black organization, and with that, they are going to have to put grants together and everything so that we could build up our communities and our communities can heal and so forth. Yes. So Prince Ayako is saying, "Hey Rochelle, it's good meeting. It's good meeting you. Our family is big." Yes, that's Miss Rose's sister. So I just wanted to thank you, Rochelle. You want your what? Let me hear this. I want my land and cattle now. Girl, they ain't giving you no land and they ain't giving you no cattle. How they're gonna do it, they're gonna have a bunch of an attorneys. They're going to have an organization, whichever organization is fighting for this, and then they are going to set up grants and look at the different programs that we need assistance in our community. And you grant writers are going to go over and write your grants, and so you can get the money to do what you got to do. And that's how they're going to do things like schools, parks, maybe museums, different things that are going to be beneficial to us in our community. Yeah, they ain't giving you no land, girl, no land. Okay, and Rochelle, yes, I remember. All right. Yeah, so we really we're not going to be getting no paycheck, honey. We're not, unfortunately. They better come with it. Time is running out. Where did you hear about this wave? Well, actually, it's not that I've heard anything. I've just been following certain things, and the way these things work is they're not. And I repeat it. That's why the other day I had a conversation with, like, information man was on, in my chat, and I had watched his video about the whole repat thing, and he agreed with me. If you look at the Jewish people, right? I'm not comparing us to the Jewish people, but the way they structured when they got their monies back, it was not given to individuals. They actually set up their nonprofit organization, which is the Jewish Foundation. And with the Jewish Foundation, this is how they took care of their people, and this is why you see, like, when you go to Israel, they have the foundation is there, where those of them who want to go back to Israel, they have housing, medical, they set them up with a job, all of that. So I'm thinking this is the same thing that is going to happen. There, there is an organization in California, I forget the name of it, that is actually going out there, and they're the ones that are pursuing this. So no one is going to get an individual check. Okay, it's not going to go that way. No, it's not. The government is not going to take money and give it to individuals. They're not doing that. Sister Wade, is it up to date about Ghana? She's really doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much, Miss Ayoko. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rochelle, whose money? Whose money? First of all, this is how it's doing. It seems like the way everything is going with this whole repatriation thing, it seems like the Virgin Islands needs to do their repat with Denmark. I know when they did the 100-year, Denmark apologized, and then they started doing student exchange in terms of scholarships. The children of the Virgin Islands could go and study there, and there were some other things they did, but people are still saying that's not enough, which I agree. So the people of the Virgin Islands have to get together, and they have to go ahead and look towards Denmark for repatriation. Yes, so we all individually from our different countries have to go ahead. Like Jamaica is actually looking for repatriation towards Britain, and a lot of countries in the Caribbean are. Even Africa, people might say no Africa thing, but Africa has to look towards, like, France, the different countries, and stuff like that. And they need to, because even though they suffered as well, being on the continent. Yes. Yeah. Hi, Synovia. How you doing, my dear? Greetings. How was your day? Yes. Ah, Prince Ayoko is here, Synovia. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. The government is already holding my social security money. I paid into that fund but can't get it until they say so. What's up with that? Well, I don't know, honey. I thought you were getting your social security. Or do you want it in one lump sum? What's going on? Tell me. Shawnee, the queen is gone. She have no choice. Trust me. They eventually it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen, my dear. Yeah, it's gonna happen sooner or later. They will have no choice. I was just thinking that it would have been nice that everyone would have come under the same umbrella globally, just one entity and then fight this thing, but everyone is going separately and I understand why. But the thing is, I wish it was a global effort. Yes, I really do. When did she say over her dead body? I have not heard that yet. Do you have an inside informer telling you these things? Because I've never heard that. She wicked if she said that. Yes. Shawnee, never say never. You never know. Trust me, I've heard people say never, never, and then it come to pass. So we need to put it out there. It's gonna happen. Let me control when I can withdraw my money. The check is only once a month. Do you think that Social Security, right? After all these years, when you pay Social Security, do you think that they should actually just give it to you in one lump sum? Or do you prefer how it's being done right now? Hmm. So Prince Ayoko is saying the best way to live an independent life is to establish businesses on your own our money, our properties, own our houses, own our resources, own our happiness, and live free life. Absolutely. Yes. SA, how you doing? I'm so glad you made my live. How are you? How you doing, SA? Shawnee's saying hello as well. It's good to have you here, our friend from Pakistan. Yes, SA. Please meet Prince Ayoko from Ghana. He's in here with us today. Sonovia is here. Shawnee's here. Rochelle is here. She's trying to get her whole lump sum of her Social Security, or she's trying to get her repatriation money. I don't blame you, Rochelle. I don't blame you, my girl. Afromex family, first in here today, doing their thing. Please connect. Yeah, we've got a great bunch of people in here today. So just drop in the comment. If you were to retire today, would you prefer the government to give you a whole lump sum of your Social Security, or do you prefer how they are doing it right now? Yeah, I think it's morning for SA right now. Yeah, because when it's morning for us, it's evening for him. Yeah, I think it's morning. Yeah, of course. So Shawnee, did you want to come up because I needed? Yeah, we have this topic that I really and truly think that we should talk about. Yes, but in the meantime, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rochelle, if you want to jump on, honey, let's go. You guys can join me, of course. I like it when I'm with my sisters. They're like so cool. Oh. So, Novia, I am having a great day. Yes, you guys have shown me so much love today. If you went on the community tab, we have a poll. It says, have you ever been on a day trip? Yes, 69% of my viewers say, yeah, they've been on a day trip. 31% says no. So we were kind of discussing on our break, like, if you like day trips can be so, you know, less cost effective. You can actually just plan it. You could have your backpack. Like me, I said, if I'm going to Miami Beach, I have my bathing suit, I have my sandals, my suntan lotion, or my, what you call it, shea butter, and maybe a change of clothing if you want to go and sit down at a restaurant, you know. Okay, you're working on your channel right now. Okay, Rochelle, that's good. Yeah, guys, please go on over to Rochelle's channel. She got some great videos. And I was watching one of your videos today with embroidery and doing a rose, I think it was, or a heart. No, a heart, sorry. And she has some beautiful, beautiful creative videos, teaching you about sewing and embroidery and all that. You can check it out. She also has an Etsy page. You can purchase stuff from her as well. She designs some great stuff, masks, headbands, all those great stuff, that accessories that you love. Yes, of course. Yeah. So today, me and Shawnee, we were talking, and we were talking about, you know, how do you guys? I think I discussed this before. Oh, there she comes. She's popping in. The hummingbird has popped in. Are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi.
Hi. How are you? Are you okay?
I can't say hi like that.
Oh my God. You're crazy. Yeah. I would like my money in one lump sum. Zenobia says, girl, yes, I would. But I
Zenobia,
would,
you're not getting no money. America's not giving us nothing. Britain is not giving us nothing. Is that what
no,
she's talking?
no, she talking about the social security.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yes, yeah, if we want it in one lump sum or have it monthly. I prefer have it in one lump sum. Do everything that I have to do and then have some so that I can invest and do what I got to do.
When it
Yes.
comes to my time later in life, there won't be anything left for us.
Yeah, they said that about me too.
I know they say that about everybody.
Uh, yes. Yeah. So she said she wanted it in one lump sum, honey. Right. Rochelle, you are welcome. Yes. So, guys, head on over there. When you have a chance, check out Rochelle's channel. So I subscribed to Rochelle Vantable's channel already. The lady with the beautiful hair. Yes. Nice salt and pepper. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful hair. Yes. With a great complexion to go with it. Yes. Yes. So me and Shawnee, we were kind of talking about, what were we talking about? Um, you know,
YouTubers who video salads and eat pizza behind the scenes. No, I'm kidding.
she is kidding. We were just that she was, she was like, oh, I want to do my YouTube channel, but she was talking, about losing weight and all this stuff. So I was
And
like,
not feeling ready.
I'm not feeling ready. So I was saying that why not just do a content where, a daily vlog where people can see what you eat for the day, your exercise and everything, and your journey for weight loss. That would be a great, great topic, you know. And she was like, then, she was like, oh, and then behind the scenes, I'm eating pizza. So, like, I'm like, nah,
Let
nah,
me ask a question.
yes.
Do you feel like every YouTuber who does these, oh guys, this is how I live intentional every day. I get up, I set my alarm at 3:45. I say a prayer. I make my bed. I drink 5 cups of tea. I take a bath. I do my hair. I do yoga. I do this. I do that. And they do so many different things until 8 p.m. You think that they're legit telling the truth? No, they know they're just there to encourage people. Like, I know these people don't be waking up doing those kind of routines every single day. That's just my thought.
Well,
What do you
that's why
comment?
you have people like me and yourself, and we're real.
That's true.
So that is why, like, like my coach, like, he would say, oh, Wave, what did you eat today? Well, I had a salad, I had a cup of tea, but then I had some plantain chips. I'm not gonna lie and say, well, I had this perfect, because it happens. Like today, I went to the grocery store. I bought all my vegetables. Guys, please check out my shorts. My
Hi,
little,
James.
yes, James. Good. How are you? Yes, welcome to Love to Travel with Wave. This is my first time seeing you here, but welcome. Yeah. So I saw some cheesecake. I haven't had cheesecake in a while, so I bought me some, just a little slice for me and mom, and we shared it. Yes. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Just you just have to keep it 100. But I do eat my salads. I do eat pretty healthy as I can. And if I haven't had ice cream in a while. But if I feel
Yeah.
like eating something, I will, because sometimes you have a sweet tooth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Mhm.
One thing I hope for when I do decide to start YouTube is that I hope I have real subscribers because like I want people who know that I'm a real person. You know, like I'm not on here to be fake. I'm not on here to like tell you
Yeah.
to do something I'm not doing. Um I can eat well 6 or 5 days out of the week. And maybe just that sixth day or that seventh day,
But there's nothing wrong with that
I
though.
know, and I feel like some people though, like they paint these. It's people, you know, it's people who paint these perfect pictures of other people, or sometimes people like to lead you on to make you feel like they're perfect.
Like Rochelle is saying, she knows someone who does get up at 5 a.m. to work out before her kids get up for school, and she runs too. There are people like that. And this is another thing my coach tells me. He's like, look here, if you eat clean, we call it clean,
Yeah,
all week, and then on Sunday you decide you want some rice and or pasta or whatever. But the good thing about it is you've been eating clean all week. So that one day it's not going to affect you as much. You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
Yeah, so it's okay to have a slice of pizza. Don't kill yourself. It's okay, if as long as your meals are balanced, it's not something that you do every single day. It's like if I sat there every single day and ate pizza every day, no. Maybe once in a while. Yeah. Yeah.
um, Dang, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something to what you said.
Yeah. So don't beat up yourself. There are people out there, yes, it's good to be vegan and all of that, but sometimes it get, they say too much of something is too much.
Too much of one thing is not a good
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. It's okay to be vegan and to be healthy and doing your thing or whatever. But the thing about it is, if you feel like eating a little ice cream, eat it. Because the thing is, like, remember I told you, if you don't eat it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to sit there with that rum and raisin tub and you're going to eat the whole thing.
That's
Because
the
you
best
have
thing.
you
No,
have
I'm kidding.
deprived your body
Yep.
from so long that now the body gets it. Your brain is just gonna be eat, 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 eat. It's all a mind thing. I
Um,
realize it. Yeah.
you know, I start work at 7:30 Monday through Friday. And I wake up 6:45, which you guys probably like that's not early. It is early for someone who can just roll out of bed and log on to my laptop.
Yeah.
Um I used to wake I would say I used to wake up like 7:28 and then go like to the bathroom, do whatever I need to do, and then log on. Like that's how I used to be because I could just and if it's bad, I have my laptop in my bed ready to just log on, but I've tried to be more intentional and just getting my body up at least 45 minutes before I have to start my shift. Not that
Wow.
I'm doing anything, but I just, want to get my body jump start as opposed to just being in this lazy mood all the time and just rolling over and just getting that laptop. I didn't like how that was feeling. And a lot of people kind of deal with that working from home.
The thing with me is that, okay, I work out Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but I find that I'm lagging when it comes to um Monday, Tuesday, and Friday and Sunday. The reason why is that because I'm working out and I'm doing boot camp, I don't want to do anything else. So I'm pretty active at work. I'll tell you, I mean, I walk, I lift, I do so many things at work. So I'm pretty active. But
Yes.
I need to go back where I was last summer, where I was going to my little $5 gym. I was, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday.
Gym is
And
five
then I was,
dollars.
yeah, yeah, $5 at the community center.
Okay.
Nice gym. I think I made a video about it. I need to go back doing that, and I need to go back walking, like in the park. I
Mm-hmm.
would think so. For me to do that, I think what I usually do to push myself. So you see the bag that you sent me?
Mm-hmm.
I can actually put my tights in there and everything. And when I get off, instead of coming straight home, I can just go to the recreational center, pay my $5 for the month, and then, just work out or go walking in the park. There's a bathroom, I can get changed and everything. So, those are the things that you can do because I've done them before instead of coming straight home. Because usually, when you come straight home, you get pretty relaxed. You take your shoes off, you know, you lay across the bed. You're like, okay, I'll get up in 5 minutes, and you're not. You're on you. Then all of a sudden, you're on YouTube, and you're watching everybody's video, and then you forget what you were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I find myself doing that, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm giving myself like starting next week. I have to do it. So sometimes we get into that rot, that space.
Um,
Yeah.
I so the park near me, which is about 20 minutes away, 25 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
it opens at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm so backwards. I was going to the park every day when the weather was cool and was very cold, and then when the weather was 70 and 80, I didn't want to go.
Yes.
Because maybe it was just too hot and I didn't want to be like, I don't know.
Well,
But I tried to be out there every day for at least 2 hours walking and just kind of taking in fresh air. I tried to do that every single day.
okay.
Haven't
So,
done it in like a week or two, but yeah.
well, I'm the opposite. What happened was when it was like 70, 80, 90 degrees here in Miami, I just wanted to go outside. I had the momentum to go out. But once it started getting cooler, I don't want to do anything. I'm the opposite. So now it's getting hotter. I want to be out there. I want to be walking. I want to go back to my little gym, do my boot camp, which I do every week. Religiously, I do my boot camp. Um, Another thing is, um, I'm trying to get out of the habit because sometimes I'm running out of the door to go to work and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
a lot of times I'll tell myself, oh, I'll pick myself up a salad and this and that. So I need to go back into my habit of, at night just getting a bowl, putting my salad in there and everything, putting my dressing aside. Um, and if my mom does fish or whatever, just put in a small container and take it with me. Okay, I think SA is trying to ask a question. Yes. He said, are you satisfied with the policies of Joe Biden? Honestly, SA, I have not been following the politics here in the US. Um, I, I
I
honestly,
follow them so much more in Jamaica.
yes, I really don't follow the politics here. I don't know if anyone in the chat can comment because I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. Honestly, I, I kind of read everything that's going on, but as far as politics in the US, I do not follow it. All I know is that he was elected, and I don't know what else happened. I cannot tell you what his track record is, because I just don't have any interest. Honestly, I'm just being honest. I have no interest in what's going on in terms of US politics. Some
Um,
people might think that, hey, you live here, which is true. You should have an interest and stuff like that. But it's just that I am so tired of every time, every 4 years, you go up for election and you put people in a box. They don't really know who to vote for because the candidates just suck, and you have to vote um, either the which one is the most evil one. You have to
My
vote.
mom always said that way. Vote for the
Yeah,
lesser evil.
yes. So it's like I I don't so I'm just not interested in politics right now.
Just to kind of piggyback off of what Wave is saying. Sorry for the noise, guys. Just to kind of piggyback off of what you're saying, Wave. I I'm not interested in it either. I can say a lot of things he promised to do. They lie. They say it to get you in office. Excuse me, for you to get them in office, and then when they're in, they be like, "Oh yeah, I did say that, but I didn't mean for you." Or
Yeah,
I didn't mean for that person. I meant for these people. And personally, I don't like talking about politics.
yeah, because
That's
it's kind of iffy because some people are
yes,
Democrats, some people are Republicans, some people are independent. And everyone has their choice, and I respect everybody's choice. If you feel that the Democrats are working for you, it's fine. If you feel that the Republicans are doing what exactly and you're benefiting from it, fine. But me personally, I am neutral when it comes to politics. My mom can tell you, she watches it all day. If my mom don't tell me something, I didn't even know Russia and Ukraine was at war till my mom told me. This is the type of I'm just one of those people that just I gave up on all this political propaganda. I try to live my life according to nature, you know, um, and that's how I live. I'm not saying that, I'm not a part of whatever, but it's just that I'm living for me and I'm trying to do good, you know, for humanity and stuff like that. I just don't want to be in politics. I think politics is very dirty. Um, People have been lied to a lot, and the people that end up suffering is the poor people. Yes. But the poor people, they keep voting these people in and out. Like today, I was asking this girl, same thing, about politics. So I asked her, when you go and vote, do you look at the issues and, how is it going to benefit you and your family and so forth? And she's like, no, I just get, I guess, when you go and vote, they usually give you like this pamphlet on what to vote for and what not to vote for, and she just says she checks it all off and that's it. She really don't know what the real issues, she don't know what she's voting. So this is why I don't get into politics, because I just find we are a nation that we're programmed to vote, not for ourselves but what people tell us to vote for. Am I telling the truth or not?
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, people are dirt is the second name of politics. Yeah. I was a voter from for many years. But one of the things that I realized is all of a sudden people would be like, you go to the polls and they give you this thing, oh, you need to vote for this because blah blah blah. And then the Democrats have a list what you should vote for and what you shouldn't vote for, and then the Republicans have it. And most of the people that go and vote, they are they're immigrants that came into the country, and also people who've been living here, US citizens, and they don't know what they're voting for. They really don't. They're just voting because someone says, hey, Biden is the man. He's the man, So,
Or they said he used to work with Obama
yes. So everybody identify him with Obama. So if you liked Obama, you voted for Biden.
and he
And
ain't
this
nothing
is,
like him.
and this is what I didn't like because I remember when they had Trump, I think when Trump was was running, I was I was actually coming from Ghana and I was in Amsterdam. We had just arrived in 20, was it 2016? Yes.
18. Oh, 16?
Yes, it was 2016.
I thought it was 20. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, and then we arrived and then they say Trump won the
Girl, I
elections.
thought you said Obama. Sorry, you meant Trump. Yeah.
No, no. And if you had seen the look on our faces, we were like, okay, I wish I had gotten the results when I was in Ghana because I would have stayed. It was crazy. Here you were, they put you in this box to vote for two people and you have to find out which one is better than the other and none of them are, you know? So that was the situation. So Synovia is saying, SA, I used to be deep into politics, but not anymore. Politics can become very stressful. Yes. And the more involved you are, the more stressful it becomes. I'm telling you. Bye, SA. Good night. Yeah, it can become very stressful. Politics can make you lose your family. It can split you guys apart. I mean, in the Caribbean, people go with these party colors. If you're red, you're this. If you're blue, you're this. If you wear a red shirt, you may not be for that particular party, but if you wear their colors, people will actually get angry.
Yeah, um, and I think it's so rude when somebody asks you, who did you vote for? Or who are you voting for? None of your business. You know, um,
Yeah.
I've honestly, and I'm just gonna say this, I'm not one of those who's into the politics. I will not get involved, no kind of way. So
Mhm.
election time, I do not get involved.
Me
And
either.
it's been that way for years. You know, I think the very and only time I got involved was when I turned 18 and I could have vote. And I could vote at that time when I turned 18 in 2008. Turned 18. But other than that, I never got involved again. It was just a proud moment, being excited, and like, yes, I can vote and whatever. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. It can be a great experience, experience, especially if it's your first time, you know.
and man, those people threatened me. Let me just say this:
Wow.
they threatened me for jury duty. Um, and at the time, I think at the time I was able to be free, set free or something because they were like, "Oh, we're no longer going to need you guys. The case has been rescheduled, so you can all get the day back." But I remember I
Wow.
moved to New York around the time and they were sending out like warrants for me or something. They were like, "You're not responding to us and this can be um we can take legal action and get the authorities involved." And I was like, I don't even live in Pennsylvania. Like, what is wrong with y'all? And then they were like, if you moved out of state, send us your ID so we know you're no longer a resident. It was too much. I felt like they were
Wow.
trying to bully me and do like they get really crazy. So honestly, God, for me, I'm only speaking for me, is better to not get involved. And that's I just am not
Yeah,
involved.
I'm telling you and Synovia is right. It can get
Yes.
very stressful because sometimes you have families who are Republicans or ones who are Democrat or independent, and everybody is just, thinking their party is right, or and stuff like. But at the end of the day, we're still family. We're still in the same community. You know what I'm saying? Everyone still wants what's good for their family. They want to make sure their kids get an education, and their neighborhoods are safe, and everyone is making equal pay, or whatever the case is that you want, or better medical, you know, better health services and stuff like that. Um, I think that over the years, what I learned is that a lot of times we come out for these big campaigns, when the presidency and all of that, right? But what we fail to understand is the judges, the commissioners, those local politicians in your community. It's easier to go to their offices and speak to them, or whatever the case is. These are the people that you should be, these are the type of elections you should be getting involved with, because these are the judges that are going to be sitting on the cases that are affecting our communities.
Yep.
Okay, the mayors, the commissioners. If you want change, I'm like I said, I'm not really doing, but what I've realized is, these are the people that are going to make the small changes that you want within your community, you know? And those are the elections that you should be going out there and vote for. Yes. Because it does make a difference. Yeah. And people don't, and take time to read the different mandates, the different amendments, the different laws and policies that they're trying to pass. Go to the town halls. If you're into politics, these are the things that you need to do,
Sorry.
to understand what you're voting for. A lot of us vote, but we don't vote on the
A
issues,
lot
the
of people
things.
do it because of like just because what somebody else did. You're right.
Yeah. Or because my mother feel that road out there needs to be repaired, I need to go and vote because my mom thinks that. Maybe I have a different thought on it, a different opinion. Maybe that road don't belong there. Maybe it would be more beneficial further south. You know, I'm just saying. But we need to brush up on you know, our skills when it comes to politics, and
Like
that is
I said, I do not get involved because people try to bully you and bulldoze you into
yes.
their own beliefs. Nope. If you're
You
not involved, they can't do it to you.
And I'm so not into politics. I'll be honest with you. Last election, my mom, that I told her no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not going to vote for anybody if I don't feel comfortable. If I feel like you're not the person, either of you, I'm not voting. I'm not gonna play tic tac toe, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No, this is serious. I'm not gonna vote. Yeah. And I just, our people, we need to kind of step back and look at the Democratic Party. Just like we look back at the Republicans, we see for who they are. We need The Democratic Party is not perfect anyway. I just think every time they come out and they use our votes and we keep giving them our votes, and the same thing, in the same situation, we're in the same predicament. Yeah. We need to look within ourselves and create our own political party, bring forth our own candidates.
I agree.
Look at the Hispanic community. You know what they do? All of them donate $1. It comes out to million. You know how many Hispanics are in America? Millions of dollars. And they have people lobbying for them in Washington. And when the politicians come, they want to be on their, they have their Univision and all of that. They come right here to Miami, in Little Havana, all over trying to get that Hispanic vote. Yep. And the Hispanics get what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They get what they want. But we just give away our votes. It's like almost like, I don't know if we we have a contract with the Democrats or the Republicans. We're just
Mm-mm.
giving them their votes, our votes like that. It's like our votes have no kind of worth or value to it. We got to put some value, on it. Yeah. And that's just my whole take on this. I'm not going to be put in a box and people pressuring me and stressing me out to vote for someone, two people that I believe they're not right or fit to be president or whatever. I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just not vote. So now sometimes I'm on the bus or wherever, and I hear people complaining about Biden, but I don't know why, because I really don't follow.
She said, I don't know why.
No, I'm serious, but I have to tell my mom, I'm like, but you're the one put him there. You voted for him. So why complain? You're on the bus, they're talking about this. He promised the students what? He promised the students their loans will be this and that, and now they gotta pay back.
um, your mom sounds like my mom. My mom will complain, and I wasted all those hours online, and I'm like, you did this,
Yeah,
like,
you did that to yourself. Oh,
and oh, he said he was gonna do this, and Trump would never, and I'm like, well, you had a choice. You went out there, like that's you did this, like stand
you
on what you chose and what you decided on. You have to stand on it
exactly.
now.
Yes, you have to. You can't complain about it. You just know next time you ain't gonna do that. And Sonovia says, I'm with you, Wave. I have been voting all my life. It's just a game we're playing. Our community do not demand change for our votes. Exactly. Do you know how many blacks are
Hi,
in America?
Shy. Sorry.
Hey, Shai, how you doing? Welcome in. Do you know how many people in our community, if we all said, like we have an organization and we all contributed $1, would have millions of dollars where we can get maybe attorneys and everything like that to secure, you know, our votes. They lobby for us. You know what I'm trying to say? These
Even
people
the
would have,
richest people and our people, our I'm talking about our ethnic group, even the richest of the richest celebrities, if they even said, I want to help my community, let me give $1 back, even if they gave millions, they still wouldn't miss it due to how some of them are billionaires.
yeah. But I'm telling you, and it's like, I saw the Hispanics do it. I'm telling you, I remember that campaign, they all contributed, like, they probably contributed more, but they asked them for $1. And
That's
then they have attorneys, they have lawyers, everybody lobbying for them, to get what they want. And if you see in Miami, I don't know where they're getting the money from, but they're buying homes. They have programs for, I mean, they are buying houses, they're renovating houses in our communities, our very own communities. And all we're doing is just paying attention to Biden and all the nonsense going on. You know, I tell people that all the time. I'm like, look here. You can't wait on any politicians to be giving you nothing. You got to go out there and get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because, honey, you will sit there waiting. It's like sometimes when I hear people say, yes, the creator is here, he's giving you all the tools that you need, right? Because when you came here, you have skills that you came with spiritually, right? He's giving you your legs, your arms, your eyes, your brains, your heart, everything. But I still see people sitting down here tell me they're waiting on Jesus. Jesus to tell them when this and that. You understand? And I beg you all, I think one of these days Jesus is going to ask you guys, when that judgment day comes, Jesus is gonna say, but why is it every time you was waiting on me when I gave you the tools that you need to do the things that you can do? And it's the same thing with the politics. We're waiting for politicians to change our communities. They're waiting for politicians to do the work. We need to start doing the work.
And listen,
And we
God
have
helps those who
there,
helps themselves. Okay.
Vigota, good. How are you? Steve Gilmore, welcome in. How you doing? Yes, and
Hi,
this is what,
Vigoda.
yeah, you have the ability to do certain things. Yeah, we may not have millions, but guess what? If you keep at it each and every day, it will happen. You think if I could have just take a wand and just go ping and I get me a million subscribers and I do this and I do that, that would be great, but it's not that way. I have to come on here every day. I have to update my channel. I have to do everything. If I decide, oh, you know what? I am going to wait on these politicians to do it for me, my channel would never, never grow. Oh, Vigota. Let me hold on one second. Let me. Hi, welcome to the channel, Vigota. How are you?
Hey, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
How you doing?
I'm okay. It's now the middle of the night here.
It's
Lucky
the
for
middle.
you, I'm in a Passover vacation.
Where are you actually?
I'm in Israel.
Oh,
Israel.
nice.
Yeah, in Tel
Oh,
Aviv.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Where are you exactly?
I'm in Florida.
You said that's
Florida.
so boring.
Okay, I don't know. There is Florida, but
I'm in Miami, Florida.
okay.
But there are a lot of people from Israel in Miami.
Oh, nice.
Yes, there are a lot of people from Israel in Miami. Actually, there's a large community here.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
When you
it's
say large, you mean a couple of thousands, couple of hundreds, or
thousands probably. Yeah.
hmm,
There's a
nice.
whole community right here in North Miami Beach. Yes.
Hmm. Okay, I see. I see where Florida is.
Yeah.
You're on the East Coast.
Yes. We're all down there, down south, southeast.
Yeah, you. From what I know, there is many swamps and alligator in the
Yes. I just
Florida state.
yeah, and they are my friends too. Yeah.
Okay,
I just visited Everglades Park. Yes. And there's a lot of alligators there and crocodiles, and they have the blue heron bird. So I got on a tour there. I actually have a video that I need to put out.
cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm going to do stuff in my camera, so I'm going to come back in a few seconds. Okay?
Okay, my dear. All right. Huh. Shawnee.
I'm here.
Yes. Israel. Yeah, we're international now.
So they're about 1 o'clock, maybe 6, 7.
Yes. Remember,
Not
essays
six,
from
seven. They're probably like
Pakistan.
2 or 3. I don't know. Maybe about 1 o'clock.
Yeah, remember, essays from Pakistan. That's right next door.
It says the time in Israel. Whoa, 3:30 a.m.
Wow. And we're like
8:33.
8:30.
8:30. We sure are.
Wow.
So
Wow.
they're 7 hours ahead.
Want to say hi to Shy again, and also Steve Gilmore, great supporter. If you don't have him, please connect with him. He's always on my channel. Facing Reality, how are you? How you doing? Welcome in. Yes. Ooh. So we have some great people in here today. Thank you so much. So let's talk to Vigoda some more and see what's going on in Israel. Yes. Hey.
Hi. What's going on? There was 2 days ago, or half a day, or almost 2 days ago, a little terrorist attack. But besides that, not much.
Oh, okay. So
Yes,
you live in Tel
some
Aviv.
some Yes, I live in Tel Aviv, but yeah, of
Okay.
2 days ago, some 15, 16 year girl try an Arab girl tried to stab somebody. She got unfortunately the girl was not shot. She is in arrest right now. Thank God the person that she tried to stab didn't died.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're
there was
sorry to
in
hear
the
that.
last 2 weeks that there was the it was in the what I'm trying to say that in the last 2 weeks there was a number of terror attacks here in the
Mhm.
south and in the center of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, and also in the city that I live in.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys are safe.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was actually the terror attack that was in Tel Aviv. There was a mass shooting. Three
Okay.
people died from the terrorists that shot people in a bar, and it was not far from where I live. Actually,
Okay.
20 minutes in a car, and you get to where I live in Tel Aviv. So I actually
Wow.
could have been there, drinking in that bar. Ugh.
Well, thank God you weren't, and you're here on Love to Travel
Yeah,
with Wave, and you get to speak to us. That's terrific.
yeah. Everybody in Tel Aviv and in all of the cities that next to it were panicking.
Oh, okay. So, beside that, what is there to do in Tel Aviv?
There's a lot of bars here. A lot of stuff. If you love, there's what I love to do here and there is the flea markets in the
Okay.
weekends. Excuse me. And in there is nice museums. There's nice beaches to
Wow.
have fun in.
I
I mean,
see.
beaches in terms of shores, not just
So, you
to
guys have beaches like the Caribbean?
uh, not say the Caribbeans, but
It's
we have good beaches.
okay. Yeah, because we have beautiful beaches in the Caribbean, right, Shawnee?
Hmm. Wait a minute, the Caribbeans are in Cuba, no?
Yeah, it's a chain of islands like Jamaica. You have Cuba. You have the Bahamas.
Haiti.
Didn't you say that you are in the USA?
I am in the USA, but I'm from the Caribbean.
Ah, originally, okay,
Yes, originally, yes.
cool.
Yeah.
So you can say hello to Jack Sparrow. Get it? Parents of the Caribbeans.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. So it's good to speak to someone from Israel. I've met several people from Israel, but it's good to
Okay.
speak to someone who lives there. I have never visited there.
You are more than visit to come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
don't worry. The Arabs that are doing the terror attacks look more for Israelis and not for tourists. And it's
okay.
very rare that it's those stuff happens because we have a good security. So don't worry.
Okay. So what do you do in Israel? What type of
I
work
am
do
a
you do?
student.
Oh, you're a student. So what
Yeah,
are you studying?
geography.
Geography.
Yeah,
Wow.
first degree.
Okay. And on your spare time, what do you like doing?
Hanging out with my buddies and stuff.
Okay. Do you mind how old are you?
You want to take a guess?
Okay, so you say you're a student, so I'm thinking maybe 21, 22.
Higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
Wait,
24.
really? 21, 22?
If
Well,
first of all, I finished the army in 21, so I will not bet the you. It will be hard to find the 21 person that is in the university.
okay, so you're 28.
I'm 29, but you were
Yeah,
close.
that was
Yay.
my first guess. 28, 29. I
Yeah.
didn't
So
know
why
20,
did you
21.
say, Shawnee, why didn't you say it?
Because I'm like, what is she saying 2021?
No. Oh, Shy said 40. Oh my
Oh no,
gosh.
I wasn't gonna go
You
there.
have somebody named Shai?
Shy, let me tell you, Shy is not really shy. Okay. She's
We have
very
a name of a guy. I had once a buddy named Shai.
okay. Well, we
Yeah,
have
it's an Israeli Hebrew name here. So
okay.
for a second thought maybe this guy is an Israeli.
Yeah, well, Shy, she is not shy at
Ah,
all.
she. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, Shai.
but she has a great channel. Maybe you can look at it because she has, and also
Okay. In
Facebook
Hebrew,
Live.
Shai means a gift. So where is your? So you have gift for us, Shai?
Yes, Shy, did you hear that?
You
In
have a
their
nice. You
language,
have gift for us?
yes, Shy means a gift.
Yeah.
So
You know,
yeah,
like a bottle of champagne or something cute.
yes. Oh, yes. So do you I was going to ask, yeah, so you're studying geography, you're 29
Yeah.
years old, and do you live with your parents? Do you live on campus?
I live in an apartment in North Tel Aviv.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
have roomies and stuff, you have roommate?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you're
It is not an easy city to live in, but yeah. Now, well, I'm not here in my apartment right now, but never mind that.
yeah, but as long as you have life, you
Yeah.
continue, you
Most
keep
of my
going.
stuff is about my studies, but never mind that.
Okay, so do you plan on becoming are you going to be teaching geography or
No,
do you
that's my ticket to the high tech.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So do you work in Tel Aviv?
No,
No.
I'm not originally from Tel Aviv. Actually, most of the people that come in to live in Tel Aviv aren't originally from that city.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's a city.
where
That city is a city of migrants. If you think about it.
okay,
from
so where are you actually from in Israel?
let's just say that I'm from a small city that close to Tel Aviv.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
you
So
can
you
say that I'm
actually
from the suburbs of Tel Aviv. If you think about it. I prefer not to say from a number of reasons.
okay. So you actually went to school in Israel all your life. You ever
Yeah, I
traveled?
was born in Israel. I studied in Israel all my life.
Okay. So you have never traveled outside of the country?
No, of course I traveled. Of course I visited a lot of countries. I visited China. I visited Morocco. I visited
Okay.
Greece.
You've been to
I saw
Morocco?
I saw a lot of places.
I've been to Morocco.
Yeah, in here you take a airplane and in 2 hours and even less you can be in Greece.
Okay. I actually went to Morocco. I went to Casablanca.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
tasted the Moroccan food.
Well, let me tell you, I'll just say this. I went to Morocco. It's a beautiful place, but
Don't eat the food there.
I did not like the food. I heard so much about the food, but when I got there, I did not like the food. The food that they served us was not delicious at all.
And when we been there 2 years ago before the corona,
Uh-huh.
I got there with my family. We take a tour trip of Jewish sites and in general in the big sites there. And more than half of the people got sick from the food there, and they ate most of the food they ate was from the hotel.
Yeah, because we
Even
stayed.
one almost got to a hospital,
Yeah, because
and it's they even vomited in the bus when we got to the when we got deep inside the Sahara in
uh-huh.
12 hours with our bus. It was so disgusting. More than half of the bus got vomited and
Oh, you got
diarrhea and
sick.
sick stuff. Ugh.
Yeah.
Morocco.
In general, the water there is not safe to drink. The food, only the I when I been there, the only food that I took regularly is the sweets there.
Yeah, yeah, they do have great desserts.
Yeah, a lot of Moroccan sweets they have there. But and also we have here those stuff. A lot of Moroccan Jews came in the 50s to Israel, so a lot of the culture is familiar to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shai was saying that she wants to visit Greece. It seems so beautiful. I've seen it's
yeah.
yeah, I would love to visit Greece because I like that part where you go where they have all the um white homes, and then I think the water is very beautiful, and usually they show pictures like on Instagram how these women wear these beautiful gowns and they take out these beautiful pictures. Yeah. But when I went to Morocco, honestly, I will tell you, I did not appreciate how the men treated the women. I did not appreciate when we bought our food and we paid so much money for it and we got
What you saw exactly, how they treat the women, you saw exactly. You mean all the poverty?
not the poverty, I mean in terms of the respect for women. I did not like
When you
it.
talk about the women, talk about the children. I
Yeah,
saw more than once a lot of the children that
yes,
ask for candy, and then when you turn your head to the other side, some adult come and take the children for the candy from the children. And spoiler alert, that's not the dad or the cousin or the brother of those
yes.
kids.
Yeah, so I that was my experience, like as far as how they treat women. And also when we ordered our food from at this restaurant, we actually paid a lot for the food. And then when we got to the hotel, we were served raw sardines. I mean, it was not cooked.
Yeah,
So
and
we
in the hotels that yeah, sorry,
yeah,
continue.
yeah.
Sorry.
So we had to end up throwing away the food. We did complain to the concierge, and we did go ahead and complain to the tourism board at the airport. I just vowed never to go back to that country again. I mean, it's a beautiful country. I would not deter anyone not to go there, but I would prefer to, if I had to go to Morocco, I would prefer to go to Marrakesh, the other another city there, not Casablanca.
Yeah, if I will go back there again, I will bring my own food.
Yes, bring your own food.
Yeah, and
Yes,
also the people there are greedy as hell. If you look at them or you want to take a picture, you want to take a picture, give me money, money. You want this, give me money,
yes,
money,
yeah,
money.
yeah. They are hustlers there. Yes, they
No,
are.
they are everything. You see poverty anywhere, and you see everybody. You
Yes,
want it. You look at me, give me money, brother,
yes.
give me money. Ugh.
Okay, so I just want to say hi to some people who came in. 12 Veils, thank you so much for coming.
Hello, 12.
Yes, and also Infor Media, thank you so much. I've been watching your videos, bro, and I'm learning a lot, and stuff like that. Thank you so, so much. And Vida Goda is live with us from Israel, and we're just, trying to get to know him. He's new to our channel. Hold on, is that information man? Yes, you guys need to go over to that channel. If you're a content creator, you need to go over to Infor Media. I mean, he's got some great tips, on how to create your content, the things, the do's and don'ts, and all of that. And it's great, great information. So if you guys go on over, connect with him and everything like that. Vigoda, thank you so much for coming up.
Thank
Yeah,
you. What, we already finished?
no, we're not finished. I just want to, yeah, I've been on for like an hour and 16, and I just want to like kind of start wrapping things up a little bit.
Okay, just if you want me to give some points about travel. You know what? I forgot to ask.
Yes.
What made you come to Morocco?
Actually, I had a friend. I was traveling to Ghana actually, and
Ghana, huh?
yeah, and then what happened was a friend of mine. She wanted to get. There was a certain product that they sell in um in Morocco, and she's always wanted to go to Morocco. So then what happened was I decided, okay, I'll go with you, and then that we just kind of made them a reservation so that we can stop in Morocco and then we'll forward towards going to Ghana. So when we got there and everything, I mean, like I said, Morocco is beautiful. Guys, you would love it, but I'm just, my experience, there were just two things that stood out for me: the lack of respect for women, especially American women and Black women. I did not like how we were treated. Um, and I'm just telling people and I did not appreciate that. And also, when we went and bought the food, we were served raw sardines, they were not cooked. And that was my experience in Morocco. And so when I spoke to someone else, they said, man, you shouldn't have gone to Casablanca. You should have actually gone to Marrakesh.
I've been there.
Yes. So that was just my whole experience. And, ladies, when you're traveling solo, just be,
Don't do it solo. Travel in groups, and don't to go at
yes,
night, and don't do any dumb stuff there.
yes,
It's not the
because
civilized. It's not the civilized West.
yes, because what happened is, I mean, I've traveled solo, but I've done my research, and I know, and I made reservation as a certain hotel. I kind of planned everything exactly how I want to, and just safety first and everything like that. But I'm
Yeah,
just telling people, when you're going to um these type of countries, and
uncivilized
especially,
countries, you can say.
and if you are a female, you have to be very, 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 very careful.
Be
Because when I
very
went to
vigilant.
yeah, exactly.
What?
Because when I
What
went to
did she say?
Be
she's
very vigilant.
yes. So when I went to Morocco, thank God I went with my I have a traveling buddy, which is Rochelle's sister. So we went together. We did our research and everything. The only thing that caught me by surprise is that, you know, these I don't like to single people out, but these men were very disrespectful. I wouldn't say how they were disrespectful, but it was very disrespectful. And they treat American women and Black women like, we're objects, but we're not. And
Well, Morocco and a lot of Arab Middle Eastern countries were big in the African slave trade of the Saharan African slave trade. So probably some of their racist agenda is still alive.
yeah, yeah, it is. And I kind of
Yeah.
sensed that when I
You
went to
know, if you remind me, I saw a few years ago that some Africans that that were their way to Europe got captured in the Maghreb, and then some I saw in a video that some no African North African farmers try to how you see it like auction them to sell them in auction
Yes,
or
I
for
something
saw
like
food.
this.
that. I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about. I
they
saw
did it in the
that.
middle of the night, but still. What?
I said I know what you're
Shawnee,
talking about. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, so in general, the Arab world look down on sub-Saharans.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And 12 is also saying there's one of my subscribers. He's saying, I didn't even know Morocco was in Africa. I found out because my channel had viewers from there. Yes, Morocco is in the northern part of Africa. And I used to work with this guy. He was from Morocco, and they also speak French. Yes, they do.
yeah, Morocco was under French
Yes,
occupation.
they do.
A lot.
Um,
I remember that I gone when that I looked there. Where is the bathroom? And some I asked some woman in English, "Where's the bathroom, ma'am?" And suddenly, France, France. Tell
yes,
me where's the bathroom?
je
God damn
parle
it!
français. Oui. Yes. Shai is also saying that bumps Morocco lower down my list. Shai, if you're going to Morocco, I would suggest you go to Marrakesh. Marrakesh is a little bit more, cultural, and you're going to see more of our people there in a sense. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, that's what I've heard.
But to us, at least, they gave us respect. Most of the Jews that go to Morocco have roots in Morocco, so they, I don't know why, but
Well,
the local Moroccan gave us respect, or some kind of
well,
respect.
yes. Well, I don't know, but our people have to globally, we have to be fighting for that because, um, people globally just, don't, yeah, black people have to be fighting all the time because
Yeah,
people just don't understand that we're human beings as well, and this has to stop, it has to stop.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be straightforward. I didn't like it when I went to Morocco. These men, I'm taking a cab, and you wanna. I'm sitting, and then your hand, you come rubbing my leg. I didn't appreciate that. And
What?
so for a second there,
You can repeat that? What exactly happened?
yes, I was in a cab, me and my friend, and I'm very tall. I have very long legs. I'm a tall woman. I'm 5'10",
Okay,
and I'm
510 in how many?
I'm
It's
sit.
1.8 meters or
I don't know
1.7
how
meters.
many meters. I just know I'm 5'10", and I'm
Okay.
sitting in the back of my friend is on one side. I'm sitting there, and he's driving a stick shift. And this man is deliberately rubbing his hand on my leg. And I am thinking like an
Oh,
American
lovely.
at that
Oh.
point, okay? But I have to realize that I'm in an international country
You
with
are in a back in a primitive country. There was
no,
even a big case that let me tell you something. There was a case that there was a TV show in the Morocco that some people showed women that are getting beat up by their husbands. And
hmm
what I'm telling you now is going to be shocking to you, but still, they are telling them how to hide it with makeup. Okay, so the people in the jobs will not see that she has problems with her husband. Okay,
yeah.
so you get what this is what they show on the TV. You
Hi
got
Lavish, how are you? Welcome in. I'm just seeing that you sneaked in here. Yeah, so like I was saying, like at first, like a woman that is from the West, here in America, from the
hey,
Caribbean.
I'm from the West too.
Yes. So the thing is, my first thought was to react, but then I had to kind of pull myself and said, look here, you are in a country where women are considered second class citizens, right? So
Yeah.
with
Look at the
that,
bright side. In other countries in the Middle
so
East, they consider full-on property.
yeah, so with that said, with that said, I just like, I had to, okay, I had to say to myself, I have to remain calm till I get to the hotel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I had to
but
kind of pull myself back. So I have
yeah.
Vigo, I have information man. Let me just pull him up a bit. Hello, hello. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, sir. How you doing too? Yeah, I'm not going to stay on long. I just
I'm
wanted to
okay.
chime in
What's
on
your
the
name,
conversation.
Paul?
You can call me Information Man. A lot of people know me by that. This is just
Okay,
my
information
content
guy.
channel.
Hold on. Let me
Okay.
Yeah,
just
there's some
listen to what.
distortion.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to chime in on the conversation because I thought you made really great facts. Um, I think Americans, one of our, because I've traveled, I've got a passport, the whole 9 yard.
Yeah.
I think as Americans, we don't realize how much of a bubble we're in until we travel internationally, and especially when you're a woman. Even though we know that women are still fighting for their for rights here in America, you really find out how different it is when you leave America and go to other countries where literally women have no rights and women are seen as sexual objects. You talked about what you experienced, my sister. Do you know in if you were to go to Argentina, the
Uh-huh.
Argentinians see black women as they're very they oversex black women in Argentina
They
because
see what?
you as let me finish what I'm saying, sir. It's
One
very
Sorry,
second,
sorry, bro. Continue.
this
Sorry.
please.
is very
Thank you.
important. They see black women as prostitutes because of being in next to Brazil, where they use the women in Brazil as prostitutes, and Brazil is made up majority of black people, even though they'll show you a different face on their TV programs and what have you. But if you were to go over to certain parts of Argentina, I'm not saying all of it, you will have men, because I know women that have gone over there, and the men look at them and they think that they're giving them signals, and you're saying to yourself, why is he signaling me like this? Because they think that you are a prostitute. And at one point in
Yes.
time, you did have a black population in that country, and it got thinned out. They tried to do the same thing in Brazil by trying to get the black out of the people, and it backfired on them. That's why in
Mm-hmm.
Brazil you got Japanese over there, you got all these other groups of people over there, and you got quite a few bit of Germans who were part of the whole Nazi movement that's fled over to Argentina as well. So they bring in these other groups of people, hoping that they can drown out the black blood, but it backfired on them because the people are so mixed over there, they can't get that black blood out of you, out of them,
Yes.
right? And in Brazil, you have people who are just as black as me and you, and they don't want to define themselves as black because being calling yourself black in a country like that is saying to people that you have one foot in the slave quarters, they call it. So,
Yes.
and I have family over there. So, um, internationally, as Americans, we really need to understand how different things are when we leave America, and some of the things that we can say and do that we get away with here that we take for granted, we cannot do in other countries. So you have to leave your Americanism
Yes. That's
to
what
the
happened to me.
backside. You can't go to these
Definitely.
countries walking and strutting around talking about I'm
Mm-hmm.
American, because when you break the law over
Exactly.
there, there ain't gonna be no American court that's gonna save your ass.
Yes. And that's exactly what happened to me because at that moment, I had to realize that I'm not in the Caribbean. I am not in America. And I had to refrain. I actually had to struggle with myself and say, look here, because in America, you're all into this women's rights and this women's movement and this and that and our constitutional rights and all of that. So at that moment, I did not have those rights. So I had to kind of like humble myself and just kind of say, this too shall pass, and just get myself safely back to that hotel. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
that,
that's the Middle East. What do you expect?
yes, so that is what I had to do. I had to think about safety first. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was not going to because get angry and start carrying on, and then next thing you know, I'm in somebody's jail or something like that. So I had to kind of clear my thoughts and just think about what I was really and truly going to do, because here I was, like I said, information man. I was in a country, right, where women are second class citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Middle East, my dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
that's what I had to make that decision. And after I got off that car, and me and my friend, and we started talking about it, and I said, did you see what just happened? And she was like, yeah. But I was, she said, I had to control myself because we're not in America, you know. And actually he started, because I'm somebody, when I go somewhere, I usually mark certain areas so I know when I'm coming back that no
mm-hmm.
one is taking me the wrong way. So then when he was coming back, he took us the long way to get back to the airport, and the
Right.
whole time I was just praying and just saying, look here, I just
Right.
want to get back safely, you
See,
know.
this is the thing. If you're, I would say to, especially for women, because in some of these countries, even though it happens in America too,
Yes, it does.
you have sex trafficking.
Mhm.
So I've been in Mexico a few times, and there's big sex trafficking or women going missing in Mexico every day that we never hear about because no one
Mhm.
broadcasts about it. You know, sister, here in America, that black women can go missing, black girls, and nobody cares about it, but they'll care about someone of a different look or complexion. You know what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
And internationally, ladies, you definitely have to go. I think go in groups, go with a group of people, because you just don't know
Yeah.
what could possibly happen. And even though I'm a man, and we tend to think, okay, as a man, you can go anywhere you want to go. You
No,
ain't got
it
to worry.
happens
No,
to you
as a man,
guys too.
even as a man, um, you have to be very careful. I had a friend at work. He was from Thailand. He retired, and he would go to Thailand every year to visit, and then he would go down there and meet these women that he was meeting offline in his own country. And I would
Wow.
say to him all the time, he would meet these women and go back to their house with them or whatever, have
That's
relations, whatever.
crazy.
And I told him, you better stop doing that, man, because sooner or later you're gonna wake up and you're gonna see a letter saying, we took your liver, we took your whatever, and you better
It
get to the hospital,
happens.
because
It
people do
happens.
harvest organs.
Yeah, it happens because I remember reading about this Nigerian guy. There was a
Yeah, also in China.
Yeah, and then they took him,
Yes, sir.
and they took his kidneys and everything, and then he woke up in a tub with ice.
Mm-hmm.
And if he got out that tub, he'll be dead.
Oh my God.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So that
So
is, yeah, these things do happen. And it's funny that we came on here just talking about certain things. And I've never really shared my experience going to Morocco. But I tell people, like, just be careful. I'm not saying it's a bad country, because you might go and just have a different experience than I did. But if you are going to Morocco, just be safe. When I actually talked to a government official, and he told me the best place to go when you go to Morocco is Marrakesh, because information man, that's where a lot of our people live
mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So it's a little more safer to go there, because you will see black people, and you'll see our culture and everything in the northern part of Africa.
Right.
Casablanca is more like, for the Arabs.
Mm-hmm.
I also, another thing that
You
we
saw also, if I may ask, you saw the local native Berbers or just the Arabs?
just the Arabs. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I interacted with the Arabs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another thing that I did not like, and I will say it, because information man, you talked about racism. I saw it
Mm-hmm.
there against our people, which is people from Senegal.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful people.
Yes.
I mean, and the way I saw the Arabs just treating them, I was just appalled because I mean, we were in the cab and the guy threw some kind of coin towards the guy, treating them like they're little boys, and then treating the Senegal women who are so beautiful. When you see these people, they are beautiful people. Just, their smile and everything like that. And they treat these women like prostitutes, and it just hurts my heart,
Yes.
that people can treat our black women like this, you know.
Yeah,
I
it's
just,
a
it
global
was,
problem, and it's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
those countries, like I said, they were big. They had parts in the Saharan slave trade. You
yeah,
talk about the slave trade that you had from Africa to Europe and America, but nobody. It's weird that you
yeah,
never talk about the Saharan slave trade.
Right.
yeah.
Well, this.
When I went to Ghana, they taught us about that. I learned a lot about
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it was a global triangular slave trade was a global economic making system in which the whole world was benefiting from. Europe,
Yeah,
those in Arab countries,
yeah,
European countries. The Portuguese were some of the first to
yes,
get in on it. And I'm going to be honest, people don't want to hear this, but it's the truth. You've had certain African royalty or whatever you want to
yes,
call it, or those who were involved in it, because you could not have captured those many people without there being some assistance in doing so.
yeah.
Okay. And let me say this too, because I did a show about this with a brother by the name of Chief X, and I know black people are very much romanticize Egypt. We love Egypt. We talk about the pyramids and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is that the Nubians, they had a small period of time in which they ruled in that area. But however, most black people who were brought into other parts of the diaspora of the world, we are sub we are tropical Africans. We come from the lower level, the lower part of west and
Come
east and
from,
all these other areas.
if
Yeah,
I may say, you come from sub-Saharan Africa.
right, sub-Saharan Africa, but I call it tropical African because when you look at the geographical location and what's there versus the more desert part of Africa being
I
in the
think you
northern
mean the
part.
Sahel area of Africa.
Yeah,
There is
yeah,
between the Sahara, there is an area that it's not a full-on tropic, the
right.
Sahel.
Right. But I
Yeah,
but the reason why I'm bringing this up is because um we need to recognize and celebrate the culture of the geographical areas that we actually do come from just as much as we give a worship to Egypt, because we a lot of times we focus on places that we really did not come from. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I think black for African Americans or black people, um, it's a hard. We don't want to sometimes admit that because Egypt and its technology and all this sort of stuff, we mystify it, and we want to identify with that. But that is not where most of us come from, because during the slave trade, they weren't going all the way up into North Africa to bring slaves. That's crazy.
No,
They were along the
no.
seaport areas. That makes sense. They're not going deep into the
Around the
no.
coast.
Right.
Yeah,
And so I'm just saying to my people, we need to pay relevance to the important things that took place in the western or Gold Coast areas of Africa, and then
which
what
is
happened to us after we were moved out of there by the Portuguese brought most of us to Brazil, and then from Brazil they moved people out of Brazil into places where you're from, sister, like Jamaica, and believe it or not, only 4 to 5% of Africans were moved into America.
exactly.
That's why we're still a very
Thank
small
you.
overall population
Thank
in terms
you.
of
And
our numbers.
and I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of times when I'm trying to tell my brothers and sisters here, because a lot of times they will say, "Oh, you don't understand, about slavery. You don't understand about this, and you don't understand." People need to understand, when you go to Ghana or you go to Senegal, Gambia, you have Ivory Coast, West Africa, and you go to these forts that they built. All of these people from Europe and stuff, like, they built these forts. They're still there in West Africa. You can actually visit them. and you can see, actually they show you the trail of like how they got down there. And Information Man is absolutely right. Our brothers and sisters did play a part in it, and there are some of them that are still in West Africa, and they are still rich off of what they did.
Right.
And so when we talking about repatriation, we're not only talking about repatriation where we still need to go after these families, that have this money in West Africa, and they're still benefiting from what they did. You know what I'm saying? I actually know a guy, his uncle was part of it, and he's so ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? So he is absolutely right. There's no way they could have gone to Northern Africa. It had to
No.
be on the Gold Coast of
Yeah, everything, because you have to look at you have to look at what was going on at that time. Everything was moving by ships. So if you want to move cargo, humans, food, whatever the products are, you're going to do it. You're going to go to the coastal cities, the coastal parts
Yes.
of the country. Now, when you look at America, this is something that I learned when I was in school. The reason why we have a New York, we have a Boston, if you look at all the seaport cities like New York, it
Mm-hmm.
was literally the triangular slave trade that gave rise to what we call New York today. Because what happened is
Exactly.
when they start when they start having the ports there, they start saying, okay, slavery is what's making money. So what do we got to do? Let's make clothes for the slaves. Let's build more ships to go get more slaves. So if you
Yeah.
go back in American history, you have these businesses called trading companies. The trading
Hmm.
companies were involved in the commodity called slavery, and black people were that commodity, as well as we were put on the same list as something like tobacco and other products.
Exactly.
And so what happened is people start going into business around the slave trade, and they built up their business. And then when you look at New York today and you look at these banks, very well-known banks and very well-known companies, if you go back and do history, you will find out that they made their money in the slave trade before they went legitimate with other types of businesses.
And this is what also people are saying, because 12 is saying, so you're saying that the majority of blacks are in the Caribbean islands, but people don't understand the bulk of it went to Brazil.
Yeah, the majority of black
Went to
people
Brazil.
who were brought out of the continent of Africa were brought into Brazil. Brazil is the
Yes.
largest number of people of African ancestry out of the continent of Africa. It's not
You have
America.
numbers? You have accurate numbers?
In terms of I can't give you offhand
No,
right
but
now,
it is the
sir,
largest. It is.
what the actual numbers, what the actual raw numbers are. But
Okay.
but if you
They're
but if you
probably
look
from the Mali Empire,
right,
those
but if I
Africans.
yes, but what I'm saying to you, if you do some, if you research it for yourself, because I don't know the raw numbers off my head by hand, the majority of Africans that were moved out of the continent by Portuguese who were involved in this moved them into Brazil. Brazil has the largest number of people of African ancestry outside of the continent itself.
Yes,
In
they do.
America, as black people that live in America, because we live in America and we have all this shiny stuff here, we tend to think that we are the be all to end all, when the truth of the matter is we're very small in numbers in terms of
Exactly.
black people around the world. However, I got to be honest, we have made maybe a lot of accomplishments
Yes.
is in our small numbers. Because I can't tell you, I can run down a list of inventions that you wouldn't believe that we created living in America, and without
Like
those
peanut
inventions,
butter, if I'm mistaken, no?
well, ice cream, peanut butter, the third rail that brings for the track trains, also the things that bring the trains together to unlock them, ironing board, the light. Gary Morgan created the light when you drive your car, green light, red light, yellow. A black man invented that. Oh, a whole bunch
Okay,
more.
cool.
A whole bunch more. So everybody has accomplished something great. So I'm not negating anyone of any race accomplishments. It's just that I'll be honest with you, sir. If we were to disappear tomorrow, and if Africa was to disappear off the face of the earth, the whole world would be in trouble. Where do you think all the resources are
Exactly.
coming from? This place
And
would
not
be
all
in
the
chains
resources,
of
but
old age.
definitely that will be a problem. Africa. You said you talked about the Egyptian. The Egyptians. First of all, you are talking about the Egyptian from the Middle Ages or the Egyptians
Oh,
of ancient times?
well, you had the 25th dynasty, where you
I am
had the
talking
Nubian.
about the new Egyptian empire in the late Bronze Age.
Okay, okay. Well,
Yeah, you know that empire. They sacked a lot of all of North. What you have today is North Sudan, and they took
yes.
and they did like the Europeans. They butchered a lot of Nubians. They
Hmm.
had they want to have their revenge. And if you know about the history of that
Hmm.
period, and
Yes.
like you know, they enslaved a lot of Nubians. They
Right.
did the Europeans did. So it's if you think about it, and our Egyptians were Middle Easterners. So
They
it's
didn't.
funny that you
Well,
are taking so much inspiration from a nation that enslaved and invaded and took
right.
a lot of resources from sub-Saharans.
Right. They didn't like the Nubians. The Nubians had a small period of time in which they ruled, and
Yeah,
then
the roots parts of
as
Egypt.
the Arabs came in, as you said, they
Mm-hmm.
never liked the Nubians. They treated them poorly. I talked about that on one of
Okay.
my videos, sister, about
Where are
that.
you in the USA, if I may ask, buddy?
What you say, sir?
From where exactly in the USA are you from?
Oh, okay. Well, I live in California, but I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, where my family's at, where I was born.
Baltimore,
Yeah, Baltimore. But
huh? Okay.
I've been living in California
California. Such a
most of
lovely
my life.
day.
Yeah. But before I drop down,
I
the
never been to the California or to the USA.
oh well, when you have an opportunity,
Yeah, I'm from Israel if
take
I didn't
Come
say
advantage
so.
of
over.
it. Take
Yes,
advantage of
California
visiting.
is the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's expensive to live out here though. But
Yeah, also we have
California.
also here also we have some Africans, of course not from slavery, not from slavery. We have Ethiopian Jews that came in the 90s. That
Yeah.
we get them rescued them from Ethiopia in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are just 2% or something, but still they have people in the government. They had a beauty queen. They had a number of people and a number of stuff.
What is the
So
let me just ask you a question,
yeah,
Vigoda. What is the relationship with the Ethiopians and the Israelis? Because I
the
have
Ethiopian
some
Jews or Ethiopia in general.
Ethiopian Jews that I thought did see the document on when you guys were bringing over the Ethiopian Jews into Israel, and then after that I
Yeah.
saw that there were some stuff going on there as well. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm not going to lie to you. The stuff is not perfect, but
discrimination. I'm not saying
yeah,
that.
look, in terms of law, they are equal. They are citizens like you, like me, and everybody else here. They are equally citizens. Okay, in terms of law, first of all, I think I know on what accident are you are talking about, and that got many people in the streets here, including me,
Uh-huh.
protesting against it about the stuff with the cop that accidentally shot to death some Ethiopian youngster. So
Okay.
that,
You
like I
know.
said, it got many people riled up and many people out in the streets. And again, this guy is maybe the trial of this guy is going slow, but he's going to get sooner or later what's coming to him. And like I said, they have people in the government, the right hand, first, for example, the hand man or hand woman is the is one of the is the right hand woman of one of the biggest important parties in the government, and who knows, maybe we will have her as a prime minister one day.
Oh,
And
okay.
she is not the only one in our parliament. We have a number of Ethiopian Jews in the parliament. And you
Well,
know what? Let
Okay.
me tell you something that some Ethiopian some Ethiopian guy in the market told me that they were selling stuff straight from Ethiopia. I asked him what he think about what's going on right now in Ethiopia, and he told me that they can all go. That he doesn't care what they do to each other as long as that doesn't create problems in terms of business in what
Okay.
he's doing. He doesn't
All
care
right.
what they doing to each other. So just before you think, so before you are so caring about what's going on in Africa to other Africans, they are in conflict with each other. So
Well, let me say something. We have always, I wouldn't say conflict, but I don't know, information man. from what I've gathered, being traveling to Africa since 2016, you have always, it's like a tribal thing.
Yeah,
Would you say that?
yeah, I
Yes.
would say that.
I wouldn't say that they are thing. I think it's all has to be with a tribal thing. So
Yeah, I think let me touch on that real quick. I think the tribalism is twofold.
yes.
Tribalism allows you to bring together people of like minds under unity of thoughts, religion, philosophy, and your way
Mm-hmm.
of life, part of your culture. That
Mm-hmm.
part of it I think is beautiful. Where it becomes dangerous for Africans today in the modern time is that it separates them from each other. Now you are
Exactly.
judging people by what tribe they're from, just like you will see gangs here in America who will separate themselves. Like you can have black people who are like in America, you had the Bloods and you had the Crips. So you had, and then, and especially in California, you have the Serranos and the Nathaniel gang, which are Hispanic gangs. And they're both of the same blood, but they don't like each other because one lives in the north, one lives in the south, and they wear different colors. Well, that same sort of tribalism that we have here in America when it comes to gangs is happening in Africa, and it's splitting them and dividing them. And then you wonder why they can't unite as one. Because I think Gaddafi, whether you like Gaddafi or not, I believe one of the reasons why they had to get rid of him because he was talking about a one world currency
Yes.
for
You aware,
Africa
bro?
and
Do you
talking
aware
about
that
Because
Gaddafi is an Arab? Just
because
want to ask you, what do you aware that he's an
Daniel,
Arab?
excuse me.
let me please. I
Can
just want
you
to make this
allow
point,
him
sir.
to finish,
Yeah,
please?
I do
Without.
realize that Gaddafi was Arab, but I listened to the things that Gaddafi said out of his mouth when it came to talking about the black people in the continent. That's why I preference my statement by saying I know that some people don't like him, some people like him. I'm not saying that I'm holding a flag for him. I'm simply saying is when he did talk about the continent, he didn't talk about the continent as if he was separate from it. He talked about black
Exactly.
people. He's also supported certain black organizations here in America that I'm very fond of with his own money. Okay? People didn't know about that. And he was talking about unifying Africa under a currency like you have in other parts of the world and trying to unify the country. And it just so happened that they had a lot of resources up there that certain people wanted to get him out of the box to control resources. And we know that Africa has been one of those continents that has been undermined for many, many years in terms of its resources and those resources going back to its people, whether it be corrupt African leaders or outsiders coming in manipulating the whole thing. So I just
Mm-hmm.
personally think that that was one of the reasons, amongst many others, that they had to get him out of the box because he was doing something that was not what they didn't want to see, and that is Africa
Exactly.
unified under something. And if they were to do that, you know how powerful that would be? Now, check this out. I did a video and I talked about it just past weekend. There's a memoranda called Memoranda 46. Jimmy Carter back in the 70s was involved in this. This is the United States government. Memoranda 46 was a secret system to keep black people in America from uniting and having business relations and good relations with people in the continent of Africa, black people in the continent of Africa. So in America, they try to sabotage us having a relationship with them. They would rather us
Mm-hmm.
talk bad about each other. That's creating what? Tribalism. I'm an American, a black man in America. I should see myself different than those in the continent. And then those in the continent who come here, we
Exactly.
want them to see me different. And that's why we have the problems we have between each other because we've been plotted on by a system that wants to divide us.
Yeah.
So they do the same thing in these African countries and other parts of the world. They create coups.
They
They
do it in the
destroy
Caribbean too.
systems where people are trying to rise up. And so those are some of the things that I've noticed. I wish it would not happen. I'm not saying that Gaddafi was this
An
great
angel.
guy. I just know he did say great things that he wanted to do for the continent of Africa that I kind of agreed with. Although I may not agree with other things that he represented. That's just how I feel. And I know you said you were Jewish. My thing is the Ethiopians, whether you know it or not, sir, they are the original Jews. And you would think that they would be treated with reverence and certain respect because
First of all, I
they
do
are the
respect them, and
original.
first of all,
They're the original.
We don't know.
all of the Jews are connected to in terms of DNA. So we are, all Jews are original
Yeah, I
Jews,
know it's
bro.
the religion,
Okay,
but they
Vigo,
were
the
the first.
No, we are
Vigo.
first of all we are connected by DNA, buddy.
Well, is it? Let me ask you this question because we debate this a lot in
What?
America. Is it a religion and way of life, or is it a religion, or is it a race? Because you have people of all different races who can be Jewish. You have black people that are Jewish. You have all different race of people and ethnic groups
When you're
that
talking
live
about
in
black
Jewish.
people, we are talking about you're not talking about Ethiopian Jews that come into America.
No, no,
I
no.
f-
I'm just saying when you go back
You're,
and you look at the
saying African
history.
Americans.
Yeah,
Okay,
when
now
you
look,
look
you
at some
asked
of
me
the
a question. First of all, the
Vigo,
answer for this is both. First of all, we are there is a religion. A religion is a part of us. That's I'm not going to deny that. But first of all, we are a people that connected by genes to each other. Okay, buddy. And it was shown again and again that Jews from Yemen, from Morocco, from all over the Middle East and Europe and all over other from also from Ethiopia are connected by DNA. Okay, buddy.
I think his
Mm.
question
Well,
was to
let me just
you.
let me just say something right here. My question, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful, and just respect to you, sir, because I'm being respectful to you. My name is not
Okay.
Buddy, so don't call me Buddy.
Okay. So
I'm not trying to be
That's
disrespectful to you.
okay? So what's your name?
I did ask a very honest question, which is it a religion or is it an ethnic group? Because I do know, because I lived in San Francisco for many years, which is one of the most international cities you can live in next to New York. And I know people that were of all different races who identify themselves as Jewish. You have black people who recognize themselves as Jewish. So my question is basically, is it a religion or a bloodline only? I'm not trying to negate what you're saying to me now, sir, but that was the question I asked, and I did ask it respectfully.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm trying to answer you. Okay, look, in terms of like I said, religion is a part of what we are, but first of all, we are a group of people in terms of ethnicity. Okay, you can't even if you believe in Judaism, you aren't genetically a Jew. Even if you manage to convert after a few good years, and even if we let you convert, still, in terms of genetics, we are a people in terms of genetics. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. So
that's all
my
I was
Okay.
asking.
question.
So I don't know who's the African. You know what? I have a question for you. The African Americans that you are talking about that said that they are Jewish. One of their parents is genetically Jewish, or what's their story?
No, what I was saying, if you go back, from what I understand, um, that Ethiopians, when you go back into history, from what I've been told, what I understand is that they
Who
were
told you that?
some of the original Jews.
First of all, you know
And I don't.
the
See, this is the thing that I don't understand, sir. Why did that kind of trigger you that I even said that? Why would that trigger you that
I'm
I
not
said that?
triggered, but why you say original Jews? You know the Jews.
Well,
If you want to be accurate
well,
about how Jews look
you
back
just said,
there,
sir, that there are people that are genetically, and then those that practice the religion. And I'm saying that in that part of Africa, which, by the way, we all know that Africa is the beginning of civilization and the origins
if
of
we would be
humankind.
friend, if we are going to be accurate, the
No,
place of the civilization is the Fertile Crescent. It's also, of course, Egypt is a part of the Fertile Crescent, but
well,
um,
we know that Africa is a continent made up of
okay,
many countries, and that's why I said we do know because Ethiopians come from that continent, East Africa, as they
okay,
call it. And
so
I've talked to people that are, and I know people that are Ethiopian. That if you want to know where I got this history from, we know that that's one of the oldest places in the world, and that is the place where
when you
even
say it,
scientists and
yeah,
people
but
that are anthropologists have admitted through data carving, and um, every time you turn around, they find bones and mummified people in different parts of the world, even parts in the world where Israel is, where they have found bones of people dating back so many centuries ago. And all I'm simply
Yes,
saying
but
is we know that
but in
all
terms of
life
bones,
and all
there was
humankind, woman and man, had its start in the continent of Africa. And so, therefore, uh, if that is the place where all humankind started, and that's why I say when you talk to someone, people that I've talked to that are from
you
that part of
said
the
a
world,
second ago
um,
civilization, not
the
humankind.
well, it's a continent, but it is the place
Okay,
where
but
all life
you're talking just
came
let's
from,
make
sir.
a
Well, anyway,
what?
I'm
Yes,
not going to
just like
debate. I'm not going to debate
yeah,
about
just
it because that's already been proven by anthropologists and science,
look.
and
I'm
that
not
is
saying
the
that the Africa
beginning of
is not
all
the
life
place that
in humans.
humankind came from.
But
You're talking about civilization, okay? In terms of civilization,
well, some of the first civilization did start there,
yeah,
being
of
that that
course,
is the first place where
but if
humans
you want
came
to be
from. So
accurate in terms of civilization,
if people came from the continent first, then the continent did create civilization because it had to start somewhere first, sir.
look, in terms of civilization, if you have the maybe from Africa, the humanity start from, but civilization itself start from the Fertile Crescent. Of course, the one of the first civilization were Egyptians. So just
But
I'm just
isn't
No, no, it was not Egypt. It was called Kemet first. It was first called Kemet.
no,
You
it
can go.
was
You can
the
go.
Sumerians. If you want to be accurate,
Before it was called Egypt, it was called Kemet. You can even go back to the Sumerians. There's so many other civilizations that can come into play. But the bottom line, because I'm not. It's not really a debate. The bottom line, in my conclusion here, is that we know that all life, all things started in the continent first in terms of
okay.
life
So
as we know it in humans, right? And it just so happened, as I was saying, that Ethiopians or East Africans, they have an origins with the very religion that we were speaking of, and they have an origins that goes very, 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 very far back. And
that
so,
the orange.
all it
Yeah,
is just
look, friend.
understanding where
What's
life
your name
began.
again? Information. Look,
and
Mister.
But I'm gonna
Vigoda,
end there because
Vigoda,
it's not. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be rude to you,
Vigoda,
sir, or anything
No,
like
I'm
that.
not rude. I'm
But I
not
just
rude
kind of
into you.
noticed just my
Vigoda,
observation.
What?
Vigoda. Excuse me, you don't address me what on my program. You hear me? You've been very disrespectful. He's
I'm
told
not trying to be disrespectful to him. I'm just trying to
listen to
talk to
me.
him.
Listen to me. I'm a very nice person and I allowed you to be on my platform. You're not going to come on here and disrespect my guests. Okay, he's told you his name several times
Okay,
and you can't
information
disrespect
is name. Okay, then I'm calling him
and
information.
I am going to remove you from my panel. I'm sorry, but I can't take this anymore. Okay. Information man, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. No
Yeah,
problem.
I don't like foolishness. I mean, we can talk, we can debate and everything like that.
Yeah.
But when you address someone, I don't know if it's because I'm from the Caribbean, but
Hmm.
my mom always you address sir, ma'am, whatever, if you don't know
Right.
the person's name. But I'm not going
Yeah.
to have no one come on here and disrespect you at all. At
Yeah, I
all.
try to keep. I don't
No.
really want to argue with people, but it was a
Exactly.
good conversation. But it's just
Yes.
my observation personally, and I have no hard feelings against him if he's still listening. But it's just my observation that the
That's
minute I associated it with anybody that's black, and that seems to be how the world is. Anytime you associate
yes.
anything with black people tend to get triggered,
Yes.
especially when you say, "Hey, black people are the origins of this particular thing." Like, for example, just this week, you had this idiot on Twitter saying that black people had nothing to do with country music, and I just found out just the other day that it was the banjo instrument that gave rise to country music, which came
Of
from
course.
Africa, and you had mostly slaves who played the banjo when
Mhm.
Europeans or white people in America weren't playing instruments, because when black people were in slavery, we were the ones doing all the cooking and entertainment.
Exactly. And I tell people this all the time. I say, look here, We are the trendsetters. We trend everything that you see going on. We might just be on the sidewalk doing a little dance and everything. All of a sudden, it catches. Everyone is dressing like us. Everybody wants to look like us. And, I just want my people to feel like, hey, you know,
Hmm.
we are creating these things. And like Information Man said, and that's something that resonates in me. He said, if you had to take out Africa and you had to take the Black community out of the picture, this world would be a boring world. I'm telling you. There will be
Well, not
no
only
rhythm.
boring, my sister,
There would be
some of our
nothing.
technologies that we
Yes,
have
there would
wouldn't
be
it probably
nothing.
exist.
Yeah, there would be nothing. I'm sorry,
No, no,
everyone
it's okay.
that
No,
I am so
it's just that I
passionate.
noticed something as soon as I brought up the issue of
Yeah,
Ethiopians and
because
how they're being treated. And I said, they should really be treated with a reverence because they have a background that dates very far back with Judaism.
yeah, and the thing
And you
is,
would think that they would get kind of respect, but that kind of he didn't. I felt like he didn't like the fact that he didn't like that I was trying to emphasize that they are they have original there's originality to their practice of the religion.
yeah, and
And
I
then he
also,
said, well, it's not this and that. And I said, okay, and that's why I asked that question. Is it a religion? Because I hear, you know what it is, my sister? I hear different people say different things. Some people say no, it's a religious practice. Then I'll have some people say, well, no, it's an ethnic group. But then we have the Hebrew Israelites who say that they're
mhm,
the original. We have so many different people from all over the world. You have Italian Jews, okay? You have Greek
yes.
Jews. You have Polish Jews.
What I didn't like, what with this gentleman, what I didn't like is that how you going, he says that they went and got the Ethiopians. I actually saw a video on that. They bust them to Israel. And when they got there, I don't know what the purpose was in terms of doing that. When they got there, they started discriminating against them. That's why I asked him the question that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then he's saying that, they are Jews through the DNA. Okay. But then you don't accept them as Jews.
Once again, that's called separation. Actually, what he said is separation. It goes back to tribalism that we were just talking about. That's creating tribalism. So you want to make a distinction that you're ethnically Jew so that you can separate yourself from people that you don't want to recognize as Jewish that you might be uh, persecuting. Look, look. I listen to a brother that's very well known by the name of Joe Madison, the Black Eagle on Sirius XM Radio, and he travels over there. And I've had people that I've known personally that travel over there. And I'm not disparaging the country, but when you are a black person and you travel around the world, and we talked about racism earlier, there have been people that have gone over to Israel while they're walking in the street, and they've been called an N-word. Get out of the
Yeah.
street, you N. That's what my
Yeah.
man Joe Madison said. He said he went over there and he was blown away. Now, I'm not saying that it's more racist than any other place. I'm just saying they do have some racial issues there too, like any other place you can travel.
Hey, Janine, how are you?
But
Yeah.
thank you for letting me come up and talk. I didn't mean to put
No,
a
no,
monkey
no.
wrench in your
Let me,
show here.
no, no, no. Information Man, thank you so much because, I think a lot of us learned a lot, tonight. There's a reason why you were here. There's a reason for everything, I always say. And it also gave me the opportunity to tell my story about going to Morocco
Hmm.
and vibing with the ladies that when they're traveling, traveling groups and all of that. And I learned a lot tonight. And
Right.
it shows us that we really, really have a lot of work to do. We really do.
Right.
Because there are people out there that still do not accept us, in this whole global world that we live in. And we have a lot of work to do as
Right.
women and as black women and black men. We need to put our communities together. We need to put ourselves together and our families together, or else one day we're going to wake up and we're not going to have these things. Our resources are going to be gone, you know and
Yeah,
all of that. Yeah,
a lot could happen, and I
yeah,
just pray that things don't get any worse. But right now we're living in some pretty difficult, interesting times, and but I think these kind of conversations are sometimes difficult to have. They're
yes,
triggering because
yeah,
everyone has obviously a different perspective, but maybe a different perspective at how they see history. Um, but and I just know personally, whenever you talk about the continent of Africa being the origins of life, and then we know that it's a black continent to a certain degree, people get triggered by that because it's called cultural conditioning. We don't want to see black people as accomplishing anything. So
yeah,
how dare you talk about this being the origins? Oh, let me tell you about this other place. No, sir, that other place wouldn't exist if people hadn't come from the continent first, right?
exactly. You know, and people just don't realize that, because even I was watching a video about Egypt, right? And actually there was a flood, because there was a lady and she was talking about how they had a flood, and they actually moved the original Egyptians. The original Egyptians did not look like these Egyptians that are there. They
Right.
actually moved them in another area in Egypt.
Hmm.
Okay. And this lady has been fighting for those people and their rights. You understand? They are the original Egyptians. They look like us, you know?
Right. I mean,
Like, this is crazy.
yeah, see, the reason why people can't handle this kind of information is because the true history book has never been written. Most people grow up and they get their history and information from a Eurocentric point of view. And
Exactly.
and then when it comes to black people, they just want to footnote our accomplishments, but they don't want to put it up. They don't want to put it up there alongside.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, even there are anthropologists out there and scientists who have been honest when they carve and date and discover things. Now, he wouldn't. This was one that will probably bother him if I would have went more in detail about this.
I
They
know.
did an they did a dig in Israel, and they realized that that part of the world, just like they did in Egypt, when they dig deeper into the Sphinx itself, they found out,
Mm-hmm.
wow, we thought that this civilization was this old when it's actually older, which means that the planet is actually older than we think it is too. But they found they every time they dig, they start digging and digging, and then when they did test on the bones,
Mm-hmm.
they found out that the people that they found in Israel before many of the people got there, they were, should I say it? This has hurt people's ear to hear this. They were black people.
I know.
With that
It,
said, sister, I'm going to drop off the
okay.
panel, and you have a great night.
All right. Thank you so much. I
All right,
really
love you.
enjoyed the
Yeah,
conversation. And guys, please go over to Information Man's connect with him. He also has something called Inform Media, which I enjoy. I'm watching all his videos because it gives you great tips if you're a new content creator, or even you're an existing content creator. It's a great way to kind of like, um, improve on your channel. And last night I spent most of the evening watching his videos. I just, I just want to apologize if, I got a little emotional here, but it's just that I just I don't want people to come in here and disrespect anyone, you know? I just don't want that at all. I think we all are adults and we can have a conversation, um, and respect everyone. But when you're calling someone buddy and all this, that brings you back to a certain time and period in our lives as Black people, and like somebody calling you gal and those type of things. It's unacceptable. I will not have anyone disrespecting any of my supporters, any of my guests or anything like that. And especially a black man. You don't disrespect a black man in front of me. I will definitely deal with you, verbally. Yes, I will. So thank you everyone for joining us here. It's been 2 hours. Great talk, information man. Thank you so much. Janine, thank you so much. Lavish, Brian, thank you. 12. Hey man, we were in school today. We were taught many things that we probably didn't know about. Now we know we can do our own research. Synovia, thank you so much. And Shy, thank you, my dear. Shawnee, thank you. Also, we had who earlier? We had Rochelle. We had Facing Reality. SA from Pakistan, such a cool dude. Always. And Prince Ayoko from Ghana. Guys, please hook up with him and Rochelle. Maybe one of these days I'll bring Prince Ayoko on here. He can tell you the history about Ghana up there in Tamale, and we can get, more and more information about our people in Africa and how, we can become as one. Thank you. Love you guys always. Take care. Later.